This is a story of how Time magazine underestimated the power of the internet. Once a year, Time magazine opens up a poll to the public to choose the most influential person for that given year. The person of the year is a big deal. People respect Time's decision, and that person is seen as having one of the biggest impacts on society for that year. Essentially, Time magazine has two people elected, one that they choose, and one that the public chooses. So even though the public's pick is not necessarily going to be on the cover of the yearly magazine, the public's pick still has a spotlight of its own. Although, Time magazine has really messed up in some of the people that they've chosen in the past. This includes the 1938 Adolf Hitler edition of Time. Oh, and don't forget that Joseph Stalin also has won the Person of the Year in the past. Time magazine really cringes when they look back at their history. Almost all of the people that win Time Person of the Year are people that have had a huge positive impact on the world as a whole. Until recently. Yeah, this is about to get interesting. 4Chan's B hatched a plan. They would make Christopher Poole, also known as Moot, B's creator, the most influential person of the 2009 edition of Time magazine. The competition was stiff though. B was up against important people known around the world, like Barack Obama, Oprah, Vladimir Putin, and even Tiger Woods. Although the odds were against them, B was up for the challenge. They gathered all of the people they could, far and wide, to make their dream become a reality. Word quickly spread, and Moot was rising in the ranks fast. In just a couple of days, Moot surpassed all of the other contenders by far. With over 16 million votes strong, B had believed they had won. Moot was going to be the Person of the Year for 2009. B even left a secret message for Time. If you look closely at the first letter of every votee, you can see MarbleCake, also the game, spelled out. The meaning of this message is somewhat out there. MarbleCake is a weird sexual reference involving poop, but it was also the channel name that some of the anonymous people used to pump up the vote. And the game refers to a meme that the object of the game is to not remember you are playing it. If you remember that the game exists, you must start over and play again. Yeah, it's kinda stupid. Anyways, the people running the poll at the time were puzzled when an unemployed 21-year-old had won Person of the Year. They had launched investigations which hinted at voting manipulation and hacks that played a huge role in the outcome. They found out that B used automatic voting algorithms to ensure Moot's victory, and also used them to send their secret message. Nevertheless, Time let Moot stay as the public's most influential Person of the Year. Time gave up, because it was a public poll, after all. Even though he didn't make the cover, of course Time chose someone else. 4Chan and B had still claimed a small victory.
So we're here with Moot, founder of 4chan.org, and so you kind of famously hacked the Time.com site and made yourself the winner of the online poll. Are you going to hack this event too?
No plans for that. Not yet, at least.
That sounded really sinister.
But that wasn't enough for B. The trolls were still hungry for more. Unfortunately for Time magazine, they had not learned the power that B possesses over the internet and online polls. They didn't think much about Moot winning the Person of the Year for 2009. In fact, they decided to keep the public online polls for coming years. B waited. They waited for the perfect opportunity to strike. Then it opened. 2012, a year where people started to become more woke. People like Beyonce, Obama, and different political activists were on the list of people to be the Person of the Year for Time. But B had other plans. Their perfect candidate for Person of the Year was none other than North Korean Supreme Leader Kim Jung Un. After a post on B started gaining traction, it was already game over for Time. When B puts their mind to something, it'll get done. Soon after, Kim Jung Un placed first in the public poll with over 5.6 million votes, destroying the competition. Again, B placed a secret message in the text, which spelled out KJU gas chambers, which probably refers to the North Korean leader's prison camps. The media was in an uproar, all fingers pointed at B. Even The Onion was memeing, putting an article up which claimed Kim Jung Un as sexiest man alive. These events caught global attention and confused many Chinese news outlets. Of course, the people at Time had to ruin all of the fun. Even though Kim Jong Un won the poll, he would not be on the cover of the 2012 Person of the Year edition. You'd think Time would learn by now, right? Maybe update their system to combat hackers, or another way of polling for the public. Well, you'd be wrong, because next year, Miley Cyrus was voted as Person of the Year. And of course, B had something to do with it too. They never learn, do they?